baby. Dominant. Oh, my God, it was dominant. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Winners Lounge.
Let's go.
Man, we sat in different areas today. You guys, I think we saw different games, man. I'm going to be honest. I think we saw different games. This, to me, unbelievable Jokic performance here
You know what
today.
Brendan Vogt saw?
What he's
dominant MPJ
I
performance.
definitely know what Vogt saw. I definitely know what he saw. Nuggets get the win against the Bulls. Both teams on a back-to-back. It doesn't matter because Nuggets take care of business 123-101. No Munder, sadly.
Listen,
cares?
man.
We were
Come
that
on.
close.
Come on.
Who cares, man? It was garbage time. They got it was a spiritual Munder. It was a Sombor Munder.
This was a mucket. They got that last mucket.
We're going to break it all down. And then later on in the show, you guys, it's a takeover today. Some homies I know are very eager. They've been working on their hot takes. They're going to hop on this panel and give us their hot takes. Always look forward to that. But for now, I'm stuck with D-Line Co.
I'm so sorry, everyone, for my general existence.
Don't be sorry, buddy. And then over there, Superstar Dev.
What the people on the takeover got to experience was a masterclass. Lucky for them. Lucky for them. Those guys are lucky.
They thought they were going to enjoy an evening, but they were going to school, dude.
Dude, Yoke in MVP mode, like, when he has Murray and Murray's going and stuff, he just fades to the background sometimes. You know what I mean? He's still great. But he just... Tonight, it's like, all right, I got to carry the team home. So why don't I literally do everything on every possession on both ends of the court and just completely dominate in a way that I'm not even sure we've seen. We've seen Jokic be unbelievable on the highest stage, and sometimes I see it and I'm like, I don't know what I'm watching. We're going to get into that, guys. I'm very excited to talk about it. But first, the fast breakdown. Let's run through it. Lots of notes today. I was sitting next to Sam Smith today. Jordan rules.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
You know?
like
Guy
You know
with the Jordan
what
rules,
I was
old
sitting
guy,
next to?
he's an old
he
reporter.
sings, right?
So do you have a shirt on? I sat next to Dev.
How was that?
Sucked.
Nuggets got tons of fans. The early part of this game was weird because the Nuggets did not play a half-court game like the entire first quarter.
No.
It was just fast breaking, and they kept missing.
Yeah.
Wide open threes, layups, it didn't matter. They kept missing, and there was none of that typical rhythm that you get when you just slow it down and play through Yoke. Murray was loving his matchup with Kobe White, kept going to the post, mixed results. Nuggets started to open up when the Bulls have a bad team.
Yeah.
And when they go to lineups that feature, like, I love Caruso, but you pair him with Javon Carter, and it's like, this team's not going to score.
Dude, their like hashtag, their like call to arms is see red. But I just feel like that is just they're angry watching this team.
Yeah.
Like they are seeing red as a fan base.
Interesting matchups in the early part of the rotation because you had Peyton Watson guarding Patrick Williams. Patrick Williams is enormous.
Yep.
So there were some weird matchups here. And then DeAndre Jordan in, not Zeke Naji. We kind of thought it might happen tonight with Drummond playing. That's how they went. It'll be interesting to talk about whether or not that was affected tonight, by the way. 23-22 Nuggets after one. It was not pretty. Then the second quarter started. Strother in for Reggie, which I like. They go on a 5-2 run. It looked good. But then a DeAndre Jordan, Aaron Gordon, like Malone always adjusts. No matter how bad a team you're playing,
Yep.
Malone will adjust down to you. So he's like, oh, they got two big guys. We better go with Aaron Gordon and DeAndre Jordan as our front court. And I think it was like, it didn't work. The Nuggets give up a huge lead, and they're actually having to play from behind.
Would you have put Zeke Naji in?
And by huge lead, I mean 6 points.
I know. This feels like a little sensational. But would you have put Zeke Naji in?
I mean, it's easy to say that now because of how poorly those DeAndre
I think it's
Jordan
still easy to
went.
say now that you shouldn't put Zeke Naji in against Andre Drummond, who actually get devoured in the preseason.
What do
by
you
him.
think DeAndre Jordan was outscored in 12 minutes tonight?
Oh, I mean, he wasn't great, but the thing is that Zeke Naji would have been like,
but I'm telling you, well, we'll talk about it later. But
Yep.
if you get outscored 1 point per minute, I don't know that it's worse
sure,
than that.
well,
You would lose. That means you would lose the game by 50.
I understand.
So
I mean, I
don't
understand.
know that it actually would
But I
be
don't know
worse.
that the antidote to that ill is Zeke Naji.
Either way,
But,
that's not a big story because thankfully the second half happened. 53-51 Bulls going into the half, and then Murray does not come out. He left the game. He played like 1 minute in the second quarter.
Yeah, do we know
Did
what
not
happened?
come back. Hamstring, they said, which is a bummer because that's not why he was questionable coming in. To start the second half, though, Yoke clearly was like, all right, no Murray. I know what I got to do. From that point on, the second quarter, third quarter, as soon as it started for the rest of the game, Jokic looked. We asked in the pregame, is he better than, or is he as good as Michael Jordan? He looked twice as good as Michael Jordan in the second half.
Case closed.
Case closed.
Sorry.
Case closed.
8-0 run just to start. Bulls call timeout. They come back out, say, all right, make some adjustments. 20-4 run. And it's Jokic, man. It's just Jokic. Just
know.
like doing Jokic things.
It's not even right to say that the Nuggets went on a 20-4
guys
run.
were good and like filled it around him. I don't want to like that, but I mean, it was Jokic. Collin Gillespie gets into the game.
Dude,
Michael
steady.
Malone's like, let's get a
Steady.
Again, no Murray out there. I think you were thinking like, let's put some. It's Jokic, so let's put a shooter around there. And Collin Gillespie knocked down shots tonight. Nuggets got in the bonus with 6 minutes and 45. I mean, Jokic again pressing, just going. Everybody just attacking. They were too big against their starting lineup too. Bench let the momentum slip. Jokic checks out. They're up 17 points or something like that, and you're like, it's over. Bench let it get down to 12. 86-74. But then Michael Porter heated up in the fourth. Jokic comes back a little earlier than I anticipated him to come back. But you know what? It was the right call because he went in there and just delivered like 6 straight knockout punches.
Brother.
Just to make sure they were down.
If you got a player better than Michael Jordan and you're playing the Bulls, you got to use it.
You guys know where I'm going to go with my big takeaway, but I'll let you guys kind of go. Dev, start us up. What's your big takeaway from this game?
So I know that you guys are looking at me like, why is he sitting like that? And it's not that I have bad posture.
Well, it
because
is
I go
bad.
to the chiropractor often.
Do you?
Very often. For years now.
Say that with such
Because
pride.
this is how Jokic was in the first half.
Yeah.
And then he,
then he leaned forward.
Lean in.
then he got
my
himself
goodness.
together and he flipped the switch.
Yeah.
He flipped the switch in the second half, and we've seen a true masterclass from Jokic. This was really as dialed in as I have seen Jokic in a very, very long time. Like he really wanted this game, and it really was just a moment where he was like, you know what, F it, we're just gonna go crazy. For that to be his performance on the second night of a back-to-back. You said Jordan? I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
He was plus 29 in 16 and a half second half minutes. Plus 29.
That's, I mean, I don't know. Numbers, I don't know what that means. Is that good? Who cares, dude?
Who cares?
Who wants to look at a graph when we're talking hoops? My big takeaway is that, so driving back from the arena, we tuned into our compatriots, our co-workers in Chicago, the CHGO Bulls podcast, because I want to know what it looks like from the other side. Like, to me, Jokic dominant. It becomes old hat at a certain point. Like, you can become a little numb to it. We're trying not to. We're like really embracing the dominance and the gift that is Nikola Jokic. But just to hear what they see when they watch Nikola Jokic, like, and the Nuggets. I mean, they were talking about. In the same way, they were like, this is what it felt like in the 90s when the Bulls would mess around in the first half and then would just come out in the third quarter and just punch you in the goddamn mouth. Same thing with the Warriors, they cited. Like, other fan bases look at the Nuggets the way that we used to look at the Golden State Warriors, where that third quarter comes around and there's just a haymaker waiting for you that you can't do anything about. It's coming. And it comes in the form of a big Serbian guy that cannot be stopped when he decides he doesn't want to be. It's so unbelievable. Michael Porter Jr. was great tonight, and he's like a deep footnote on the absolute just, I don't know. It's to say it's a masterclass, it implies that you can teach that. Like, it's just like a beatdown.
That is true. It's like if Einstein were to try to teach me quantum mechanics,
Yeah,
I'd be like, this isn't.
My,
we're not.
like, if the second best player of all time, Michael Jordan, is like,
Yeah.
here's a master class on how to dunk from the free throw line, it's like, I'm not learning anything.
I'm not learning anything there. It didn't actually help. 28 points. That's pretty good. 9 of 16 shooting's pretty good. It's not like he did the other night, 14 of 16 shooting. He missed some of them this night.
He
Although
sucked.
he did miss like 3 in a
Jokic
row.
sucked.
I'm telling you, every time you're like, all right, he missed 7 shots. I think he missed 3 on one play that finished with him making it. So like that doesn't even count. 16 rebounds, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good, man.
9 assists, that's pretty good. 3 steals, that's pretty good. And I still don't think it tells the story.
No, dude, we need a calculator.
We need a calculator. I will tell you one thing that does tell the story is plus 33. Like,
Pretty good, dude.
That's pretty damn good.
Small sample size, one game.
One game, just dominating every minute that he is on the court. I've been thinking about this as I was sitting there in my seat. You know, when you're in the media seats, you guys are up, get to cheer. I went up there for a few minutes, and it was kind of cool to see everybody, cheering this. So I'm in the press box. I got to put on a face or whatever. I can't contain myself.
No.
I'm sitting next to John Hollinger. Shouts to John Hollinger. Sit next to him and Sam Smith, and I'm sitting here like laughing my ass off because it's like that's not cheering, but you can be like, does anybody else see this? Does anybody anybody else see what's going on over here?
What were their reactions?
They're very much more muted than mine.
They're like,
yeah.
That appears to be quite unstoppable.
That does seem to be another. I mean, it just felt like Yoke barrels his way to the basket, lays it up, goes down, gets a steal or a stop, barrels his way to the basket. My thought watching this game tonight is we are prisoner of the moment. I can't tell what's prisoner of the moment because we watched Jokic basically do what he did tonight against Anthony Davis and the Miami Heat and all these other things. But there's this other part of me that goes, he is getting better, man. And I can point to, like, I feel like he's better than he's ever been. And one place I'll point to is defensively, the guy is kind of dialed in a way we see it in fourth quarters and we see it in the playoffs. But he's kind of dialed in more, you know, especially when he senses his team needs it than I've ever seen. And seeing him in person tonight, you just see all the different ways he affects. And look, the Bulls aren't very good and they don't have a very, like, athletic center to go up against, but he's just contesting everything at the rim, cleaning everything off the glass. I just watch Yoke and I'm like, am I forgetting something or is he actually leveled up?
He's actually leveled up. And last night I had takeout. Tonight, I got to see it in person. Konnichiwa. I got to he cooked right in front of us. Yeah. Welcome to Benihana.
This was a Benihana night.
Again, we got to see it in person.
Yeah, dude.
And what he did, like, there's playing well. There's really dominating people like Anthony Davis and things like that. He went at a guy that he truly likes and cares about.
So true.
His buddy. He loves his buddy.
Yeah.
He went at him.
Yeah.
Destroyed him in every single way and did not think anything about it.
No.
That's domination. That's a guy that really wants to compete. That's a guy that really loves this sport to just go at him that way. Adam went, you know, he said one of his things that he really wanted was to see Jokic with the young guys or Jokic without, you know, Jamal or that group. We got to see it, and it was beautiful. It looked just as if it did when he didn't have him. And the thing is, Jokic looks comfortable because he's been here before. We've seen him without Jamal Murray, and we saw that Jokic this night where he won 2 MVPs because he just really was like, okay, it's on me to just make everyone else around me better, but also dominate, and he did just that. Everyone else looked good because he looked amazing. So another incredible night from him.
Yeah, like having Jokic is the ultimate backstop for a player like Michael Porter Jr. when it's clear that the danger of losing the game has been removed, so you can like kind of relax a little bit, let it fly. You don't feel as tense. Jokic is like he really just had the mannerisms and like the body language of like all right, and then he just went out and was like, you know, it's like you're playing against your dad or something. That's finally like, fine, like I can't let him win. And just dunks it over you mercilessly over and over. I mean, the kids look good with Jokic because Jokic was doing everything and they were near him. Like the same way that Adam looks good when he's in a photo with me. You know, like it's so like true. It's like I look great in the photo. But I don't know, man. It's just it's a weird thing. This level of dominance is odd and it's peculiar, and it's like you don't quite know how to deal with it when there's not like any mystery or intrigue as to whether or not the guy is going to get it done. It's just simply how.
Yeah.
And it's weird, man. I don't really know how to do this. I don't know. Like, I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know if I should taunt the other team or like commiserate with them.
There was a point in this game because you saw like the eye of the Joker in this game, but there was a point in the game Collin Gillespie was like over dribbling. Yo was just like, give me the damn ball. Give me the ball.
Totally.
And then really just, I'm going to hit this. Then I'm going to hit this. Vooch was trying to get him some counters. He's like, I have something for that. Let me go back and, in my back pocket and pull this hook shot off. Or let me go up and under. Like, he was back to toying with them, but also he was like so focused, so locked in, where everyone else was just like, let's jump on his back, but also let's also contribute. Let's just be better. And that just shows the growth of the team as well, as everyone else seems to be on that same page, but they also let him dominate and do his thing. So that's growth right there from this team.
I was a pitcher back in the day. Baseball was my best sport until about I broke my arm in 7th grade, stopped playing. But I was a pitcher. I had a heater. I had an arm on me. I had a cannon. And I remember I had a friend on another team I was playing against, and the kid
beamed him.
The kid right before him, I beamed on accident. I just fucking fastball, and the kid's like, and so my buddy gets up there, and he's like shaking, because here comes, he's like terrified of like, whatever. And I remember feeling bad, like I can't throw the fastball against this guy because I felt bad about it.
Jokic does not suffer that.
That was Jokic tonight with Vucevic is out there just like, please stop, dude. You're up 20, man. Like, just shoot some jumpers. Like,
I thought you liked Arturis, dude. You're making Arturis look bad, too.
And honestly, the funny part is, Jokic kind of looked like he was like, man, I'm not trying to make you look bad, but it's this easy.
He's like, I don't know what to say. You're bad, dude. I'm not making you look anything.
Jokic really was taking it to his buddy tonight in a way that was just unbelievable. It is funny that we had this Utah game. I feel like every game you have to take something from. And I really do take the, like, what were we doing that we were so, like, unimpressed with the game?
We were impressed. I mean, we were, like, playing it up. It was funny.
We were hamming it up. We were hamming it up for sure.
We don't have to keep atoning for that game.
No, but what I'm saying is, being in person was the difference tonight, right?
Yeah.
We actually watched this game. And there is something to the Benihana special where you're actually there and he's cooking right in front of you to where you're just like, it stood out more to me tonight. Being there just stood out more to me that there was this one guy that was 10 feet tall, and there was all these other people that were just regular 6 feet tall.
Too small.
Jokic's unbelievable. But part of me, the first night of the season, Jokic, another masterpiece against the Lakers, and me and Vogt are going home together. We're hanging out, and we're sitting here going like...
You should never ask me to hang out.
Well, it's just me and Vogt. We were having a good time. And we're hanging out, and he goes, the vibes were good, man. We didn't want to kill. And no, he goes, we're talking about all the storylines and the Celtics and like, the Suns and this and that. And we're like, how is it that we get to run back the same experience? Where Jokic's better than all these guys by a lot. Nobody seems to know it until they play, and then you're like, oh yeah, that's right, he's way better than everyone, and we get to just run back the same narrative. That's how I felt tonight. I was like, of course the Nuggets are winning the championship this year. Jokic can do whatever the hell he wants
every time.
Right.
You're like, oh man, they're like a really good offense. They can score most times. The thing is, we can score every time.
Every single time.
It really is like Jordan 91. Climbs the mountaintop, and the next year everyone was like, oh, it's the fourth best team. Like, Jokic,
telling you,
he's not that good.
If Jokic starts asking you tips on playing baseball, you don't give him even one.
Unbelievable, man. He was dominant tonight. Everybody go ahead and sign up for Soul Savvy. I don't even have a good transition tonight. I tried.
Yeah, that sucked.
Don't miss out on the biggest sneaker drops and download the Soul Savvy Drops app. We partner with them on some specials.
Show your sneakers. You need to every night show your sneakers. He's got some Travis Scott. I'm sure that they're like very hard to get.
They're golf.
They goddamn look great on Dev.
I spent some time with Spence today. Golf.
Jesus Christ.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait,
golf.
what?
These are golf Travis Scott's.
I know, but you didn't spend time learning to golf with Spence.
Oh, no,
you were simply
no.
around Spence.
Yeah,
and okay. I'm more comfortable with that.
So buy Dev shoes. Find out how Dev gets in the game. Drops by Savvy. Drop alert, instant notifications. Never miss a release again. You'll get instantly notified whenever your size is available. Free raffle management. Keep track of all the raffles that happen in sneakers. Release calendar so you know the exact date when new sneakers are dropping. Sign up using Soul Savvy. Just click on the screen. Just hold your phone up to it. The little thing pops up. What is it called? A QR code?
It's a QR code.
Yeah,
if you're watching on your phone, ask for your friend's phone to take a picture of your phone.
There you go. SoulSavvy.com/DNVR. Head over to the App Store. Get the Drops by Soul Savvy app. Also want to tell you guys about Premier Hoagies.
Hey.
Telling you, gets the cheesesteak. If you're going there, I recommend the cheesesteak. You should get it Cooper Sharp. It's absolutely delicious. That's what Eric ordered for me when I went.
Son of a goddamn.
He actually ordered it for himself.
I ordered it for myself. What we did is we traded halves. I was like, oh yeah, I'll try yours. Not that there's a bad sub, but like there's a top sub, dude. Like I had the top sub. Adam had the MPJ. And I was like, half.
I had a good
MPJ.
sub, but you had the better sub that
and
night.
I was just like riddled with regret.
Yeah, but like a true Jokic, you enjoyed sharing, and this was just like Jokic.
Yeah, Primo makes two people happy.
That's right. The other thing Primo has that I love, because they're an actual deli, they have like charcuterie board ingredients. They have like you can buy like the cheeses. Yeah, you can buy it. So check them out. I'm serious. Check them out and then tweet at us, because I want to know if you guys go there what you thought. Got to throw Brendan Vogt a bone, because on most nights and on most teams, Michael Porter's second half, really his game, but late in the games where he really took off. For most players and most teams, that would be the top story.
Totally.
It's a great top story.
Yeah.
I think he deserves an A+ tonight for how he played.
Yeah, dude, but it turns out that there's a whole nother grading level he didn't even realize existed.
27 points for him, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. 11 of those came in the fourth quarter, but most importantly, 5 of 10 from 3. Dev, he was good tonight. But that fourth quarter to me felt like, and really the second half, it felt like that was the breakout shooting stretch we needed from him.
Michael Porter Jr. is like the equalizer. Like, it's just, it sets the tone. And then when he starts to hit, there's nothing that you can do because you can't get the inside out or anything like that. Any other team, when the starting point guard goes out, like how Jamal did, I'm pretty sure that you're like, oh, okay, now we have a chance. But not when he's hitting like that. Not when he's knocking down everything that came his way. And what we got to see in this game was we saw some like open shots. And he doesn't get many of those where he's going to hit those every single time.
But he hadn't been, though. This year he's been missing. Like, here's the thing I thought tonight, Dev. Julian Strawther made a 3, and when he shot it, I was like, that's in. And I go, is Julian Strawther right now the number one guy that I feel if he's wide open and he gets a 3, he's going to make it? And I was like, yes. That should be MPJ, but he's had so many this year where he didn't, and I'm like, a little shook.
Yeah, but not tonight. He had it going on, and it's like a mental thing with him. Like, he gets his feet set, that it's going in. And he had those type of shots where the confidence is just up, where you just know before he even lets it out that, oh, that's going in.
Yeah.
He's jumping higher. Like, you could just really see physically when he's feeling well. Tonight, he was feeling good. So when Michael Porter Jr. is at that level, there truly is nothing that you can do because Jokic, he's bringing it every single night.
Yeah.
Everyone else is going to work hard and just play the right way. But when Michael Porter Jr. is on, nothing you can do.
Yeah, man. I mean, let's not forget, like, MPJ didn't play the preseason. Did he play opening night? I don't even remember. It took Jamal Murray coming back from major injury, like Jokic famously said, he's going to suck for 20 games. Like, it takes a little bit to get back to where you need to be. I think he made mention of having, like, his ankle was hurting, Michael Porter Jr., in these early games. But he's just getting his footing, literally, and this is how it happens. Like, your strength gets better, your endurance gets better, your confidence gets better. You are entering each game as a champion. Like, you are starting from a higher place than you started before. Like, Michael Porter Jr., I mean, every like meaningful Nugget and every Nugget period has been leveled up. They're all champions, right?
Yeah.
Like, they're not last year's Nuggets. These are champion Nuggets.
That's a great. Yep.
You're walking in like knowing without. You're not like, oh, I think we can do it. It's like, we just did it.
Well, that's what Yoke said last year. He's like, Christian Brown's a champion. He knows what it takes. I've never won anything.
Right.
But I think I know what it takes.
And yes, so his theorem was confirmed.
Yeah.
You were right, Jokic. That was a great hypothesis.
Yeah.
You know how to win.
And
but now the Nuggets start from that place of like, we should win. If we lose, that is the wrong result. Like, we are the best team in the NBA. Michael Porter Jr. is embodying that, like, in a night like tonight. He just looks confident. He shoots with confidence. He is, like, early on, he was kind of passing up shots from time to time, was, like, dribbling too much, kind of doing things you don't want him to do. But then it's like...
He still had a few of those tonight.
Totally. Exactly.
He wanted to be aggressive.
But then he just, like, lets the shot fly. And, like, that goddamn shot of his is as good as it gets in the NBA.
Tonight, in 17 minutes in the second half, the Nuggets had a 184.4 offensive rating with him on the court. They had a 90.6 net rating. That's insane, man. In the second half, absolutely dominant with Michael Porter on the court tonight. And, of course, that was a lot of his shot making. No, here's the big question that's important. Dev, he's been a little up and down with his shot this year. It hasn't been going. Do you think he got the monkey off his back tonight and that this was a get-right game, and now we're getting this mic here forward?
Absolutely. He said that he was at 50% on opening night, and he was like starting to feel better, starting to get better. And with that, shots are now starting to fall. Like, really, I think that the game for him is when he got all those rebounds, but he didn't shoot well. It's like, okay, but I'm feeling better. I'm moving better. I'm still a part of the offense. Still not feeling all the way. Then he starts to shoot it. It's like, oh, okay, I'm back to myself. This is the one thing I know I can do. Then he has a night like this where he shoots he knocks down 5
was great
three-pointers.
last night.
You're like, he had a monster night. So now it's really just up from here where you just continue to grow, continue to get. He does all the other things, still not getting ISO'd on defense, still grabbing the boards when he has to, still running the offense and just sacrificing in every way. And then he has these type of nights where the ball's gonna find you because you're gonna do the right thing. So it's just great to see him in a flow, in a rhythm, and getting back healthy. I do think that he's getting back to himself.
Dude, the only question always with Michael Porter Jr. is always just his body. How's it feeling? How's his back? How's his leg? Whatever. His skill is very few players possess in the history of the NBA. I feel like the way that he can shoot the basketball is just it's something that is it's just hard to. It's even hard to put a top level on it. The form is so pure. You've seen clips of him when he was young before he went through his catastrophic injury. This is post-catastrophic injury,
Yeah.
Michael Porter Jr. The part of your body that is your whole body. Your goddamn back is the most everything connected to your back. And I don't know, man. This is gonna be. I've been saying this is gonna be the year of Mike. The year of Porter Jr.
Are you claiming official Michael Porter guy?
I'm the Michael Porter Jr. guy. I've seen this the entire time, man.
He's such a good finisher around the rim, and he's been driving lately.
Yeah.
He's been trying to making a conscious effort, it seems, to put the ball on the floor and get to the rim. So, and here's another thing. He got better when Murray went out. Yoke picked it up a level, and then he started knocking down shots. It's almost like, hey, all right, we need something. There's opportunity, and we're going to need a little bit more, and he got it going. So for Mike, are you calling it? Is his shot back?
It's back. Dude, 2 games in a row, and especially this, to me, this is actually, very, very impressive in that it is the second night of a back-to-back, which typically that is where, your effort and your form can slip a little bit because you're fatigued. The fact that he did this 2 nights in a row, and I think it's back. I'm ready. He's back. Mike is back.
4 of 8 and then 5 of 10. So I like it. It might be, and then it's a scary thought because Mike's making shots, man. It really is curtains for the rest of the league when that happens. Aaron Gordon tonight, 15 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. It's a credit to AG that I thought he was good tonight, especially early. He was really good. We did get him in some unique lineup combinations. I mentioned the earlier one. But we even got him in the fourth quarter with some different lineup combinations. So, I don't know. I feel like Aaron Gordon had to play a different role because of some of the stuff that went on tonight, and he did a good job of it.
Yeah, so what Aaron Gordon did in this was just create a lot of mismatches, and that's what he's been amazing at. I feel like this is the best year he has at just creating those mismatches and making the opposing team play. Also, I do feel like this was a game that he was just I'm going to settle because it's just too easy inside. Because I really do think he could have finished 100% from the field if he wasn't shooting mid-ranges and threes and things like that. But it was just hey, they're giving it to me. I'm going to take it. And the guys know that he works so hard that they're not upset. You don't see Jokic hang his head when Aaron Gordon's shooting mid-ranges and things like that because he's working so hard. He had 12 rebounds in this game. He has improved his playmaking so well. 5 assists. He was the lock of the game because I just knew that they didn't have the size for him. He knew that they didn't have the size for him, and he was just going to make them pay. So he is just perfect for Denver. He is Mr. Nugget. That's what some people are calling him.
I'm upgrading him, dude. He's Mr. Denver. Sorry, Vic Lombardi. Get out of here. Denver man. Aaron Gordon.
Jamal Murray goes out. So he plays this game. I actually thought he played really poorly in his first stint. I saw him grabbing his wrist. It's he got his wrist hurt, he comes out, then he goes back into the game, and then he comes out and clearly has a hamstring. I don't know. Don't love this one. Murray has looked... The thing about Murray is this 5 and 7, another impressive thing about Jokic, you were mentioning it, his stamina is just unbelievable. It was a back-to-back for both teams, but Jokic did not look at all affected by fatigue in this game. Murray did. Murray looked tired. He had heavy legs.
It's legs time, babies. Welcome to Legacies. Leg watch is on, dude.
Sadly, he injured his legs tonight.
We don't love that. We don't love that about Murray. Murray is...
He's susceptible to this.
Murray is very susceptible to this, and I don't know. It is a little makes you uncomfortable. Oh, we got a CU chant. I think they must be down 14, so everybody's feeling great. But yeah, I mean, oh man, the year of Jamal Murray it seems like it's maybe hit a little bit of a
little
snag.
snag.
We'll see though, man.
The fact that he played tonight, so this will count towards his average, and he only had 2 points. It's going to weigh the average down quite a bit.
But I will say, like, what's different about this year, even though this is the same as every year, is that his want to, and like the fact that he's so engaged early on over the first 6 games or wherever we're at now, like, has been impressive, and it shows the maturity and like where he wants to be in his career. I mean, it is the second night of a back-to-back, and you know, you gotta, at a certain point, like, if a guy is maybe even just like feeling like his legs feel heavy, like Troy Tulowitzki always used to be, like, you just sit him down. You know, like, it's okay. I don't really judge a night like tonight. I don't like hold that against my ultimate view of Jamal Murray, but you don't love that he went out.
Yeah, we're still waiting on, you know, the like seriousness of you know, Jamal Murray's injury or whatever. But I think what's great about this squad right now than in previous years is you could afford for Jamal Murray to not play throughout that game. I do feel like, say he didn't win a championship, or you know, it was just a different time, he would have played through that, or he would have fought through that, just because it does hurt his numbers. It does you know, give his team the opportunity to lose a game, because things weren't going extremely well when he was out there, and you know, they were actually playing them pretty well. But he doesn't have to fight through that because Reggie's been playing so well. They have Collin Gillespie that can step up and play that. Jokic knows how to survive those minutes and play even without Jamal.
Survive.
But other teams, they struggle when their guy goes down, or they're just, you know, there's no way for them to bounce back. But Denver's just a lot different. Jamal's a lot different, and he's sacrificing for that. So I think that it's great to just have those other options.
It is hilarious to think that your second best player can play 10 minutes, get 2 points, be a -2, and then you won by 22 points.
Oh my God. I hate us. We are so smug, and we've earned it. Nobody can tell us anything.
Peyton Watson, 18 minutes tonight. He was a -8. He had a Backus and Schenker-esque night. 2 points,
Did he?
2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 turnovers, 2 fouls.
Man, and he was
Repeat
causing
that.
injury.
2-2.
He was causing injury out there also, for sure.
He was causing some injury out there. Collin Gillespie gets his first real minutes.
Steady.
And they were steady minutes, man. He goes 2 of 4 from the field. He's a +12, 5 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. Knocked down his 3. Made a little cut to the basket and knocked down his layup.
Very steady. Dude, notable to me, I'm sure to you as well, Collin Gillespie gets the nod over Pickett.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
I mean, part of me thinks that at that moment it was Jokic. So you're thinking, you just need a shooter. You need a spacer. Because it wasn't like he was running point. He wasn't running pick and roll. He wasn't doing that. He was just playing off ball, and he is the better shooter. So I do think that it might have been as simple as something like that. But nonetheless, like, that's what he did. He went in there and did his job well.
He certainly earned more minutes moving forward with that type of showing. Like, he ran the offense. He also played well off ball. Like, that backdoor cut that he had with the finish, that was beautiful. Chef's kiss. Like, he knows what he's doing out there, and it just seems like he's just always under control, as well as knocking down the 3 ball, as well as spacing the floor. And he also is not a guy that's just getting singled out on defense like I would expect in that type of setting. So steady Gillespie, just
dude,
he plays the right way every time.
But you know who's even more impressive than him tonight was Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson got, like, the second half minutes we're talking about Yoke. Reggie Jackson had to be out there too, running point with that group, and he did great. He was a +14 tonight. He had 16 points on 6 of 10 shooting. This was a good Reggie outing, especially in that second half when he was needed. Any Reggie notes from you guys?
Yeah. They were like, okay, we have another guy that's playing well right now. Like, again, we can afford to have a Jamal. Let's not push Jamal in this type of game. We don't have to, because Reggie is playing so well. Because Reggie does know, he's a vet out here, and everyone else knows how to play off of him.
Yeah.
His ability to just continue to make shots makes it so easy to keep him out there. Like, He's making everything.
Yeah.
So like, how do you take him off of the court? I think it's great that he's just playing so well, and it's still shocking to me. It's shocking.
We were talking about like in the not in the press row, in like where the 30 fans sit. Dev and I with Spence, we're talking about how last year Reggie shows up. You don't really know. It's like doesn't look that great. You don't.
Did not fit in.
Didn't fit in, and then he's immediately, it's understood that the Nuggets are going to retain him, and it's like, oh man, like why? What is the story here? But then you see coming into this year, like the feeling that we all had about being nervous about the bench. Like the bench is good, man. Like I know that they didn't, like not everyone had a great statistical night tonight, but Reggie being part of the reformed bench unit like makes sense to me. He can do things like he's not the top line. He's not your starting point guard, obviously. Like you're not looking for him to be, but he does have the experience. He does have the poise. He can play the right way at times, but he can also be a go for mine kind of guy when the big government. Like he can bail you out if he needs to. Like he can make a shot if you need that of him. But he's long enough in this league that he can kind of find the right role to play when the night calls for it. So I actually love that. I love we have that veteran presence. You know, he's like, you know, he's not like Monte Morris. He's not like any other guard we necessarily had in there. But there's just something like, it just, you're not nervous about what he's going to do. Like it just works. I don't know.
On the other side, I do have a take about Christian Braun that I want to give. Wynn's not here tonight, so I got to give a take for him. In the meantime, Party Bush just got here. Do you want to go play host and try to funnel them, them up here while we take a break? You can move over one spot if you want here, Dev. Guys, tonight, there were a lot of tickets, really, really cheap tickets on the Game Time app. Jeez. Are you mad that I had you do that? Huh? Oh, I didn't know if he threw his computer on the floor out of anger, but apparently out of this clumsiness. The Game Time app, you guys had some incredible last-minute deals, and there were a lot of empty seats. I was kind of surprised. Also, did you notice today a little Bulls chant broke out for a hot second?
Oh, they were feeling so good.
They were feeling good. Let's go, Bulls! Let's go. And then the whole arena just like descended on them and drowned them out. It was actually pretty dope. Has not always happened in the past. But Game Time, they got Monday coming up, New Orleans. You got games all next week here in Denver. Hop on the Game Time app. You might be able to find tickets $20 to a Nuggets game. Can you imagine only paying $20 to see what Jokic did tonight?
I would do that as many times as I could.
Take the guesswork out of buying a ticket with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use promo code DNVR, you get $20 off your first purchase. That might be the entirety of the purchase to go watch Jokic play. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code DNVR for $20 off. Also, Bet365 is never ordinary. Tonight, I gotta be honest. Tonight was ordinary for Superstar Dev. How'd we do?
It's never ordinary.
It's never ordinary.
We had a good night.
It was extraordinary. That's how good it was.
It was so extraordinary. Actually, oh no, I'll wait till he gets on the show.
Really?
We have a diehard that he gets to rub one of the bets in my face, and he did. He told you something else and it didn't happen? He told me.
Bet365, enter a first bet safety net of $1,000 in bonus bets, or bet $5 and receive $150 in bonus bets when you sign up using promo code DNVR365. We also have our very own custom bets you'll see for Broncos games, Nuggets games from time to time. So you might want to go that. We might get a Munder bet. You never know when a Munder bet will show up there. So you're going to want to check that out. Must be 21 physically or older, physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Before we start bringing people on to be a guest on the show, before we start bringing people on for hot takes, I got to get one more off my chest about Christian Braun. Alex Caruso and Christian Braun are often comped to each other because they're defensive players and they're white. But tonight, Dev, seeing those guys side by side, Christian Braun was way huger. He was way bigger than Alex Caruso. I thought of them as more or less the same sized guy. Not even close.
Yeah, it's impressive what Caruso does on the defensive end.
He's such a defender.
He is small.
But he's small.
But that's why Christian Braun is like so special of a talent. And also, you think about the ceiling. He's going to be able to guard wings. shooting guards, and be able to step out and hold his own. And also that was a part of the maturation process for him. He's a lot stronger this year than he was last year. He has come into his own and stepped into that weight room. It wasn't only the beard that he worked on, in the offseason. He wanted to get bigger so that he could step into these situations and be able to defend. And we got to see that. We always get to see that. He brings it every single time that he's on the floor, grabbing every board, just making the right plays on both ends of the floor. And it's great to have that two-way option. So he's awesome.
He really was great tonight, man. Alex Caruso's such a good defender, but a play that stands out to me, Aaron Gordon catches it on the wing, Caruso's matched on him, and he does a perfect defensive job. But Aaron Gordon's just too big for him, just bullies him all the way in. And that's the difference with Aaron Gordon, or with Christian Braun. Like, Christian Braun's big enough to at least push, like Patrick Williams, he'd get switched out on. And he's, strong enough to hold his own against him. He's a hell of a player, even when he's not great. And tonight, I don't think he had a ton of plays that stood out, but he still has 10 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. Calvin Booth always said he likes players that do stuff. Christian Braun just does stuff. Doesn't have to always be he made his shots or whatever, but he just does stuff, although he did go 1 of 3 tonight from 3, so we'll go there. All right. Dev, you think we got to get this takeover?
Oh, it's time.
Time for a takeover. Who's my first victim to come over here? Who's ready? Hop on over for me, brother. Hop on over. Come on over. Yeah, give my hand, everybody. Give my hand.
Adam, you want another?
Do we have yet? Who else wants to hop over? We got room for one more. There you go. All right. First thing you got to do is pull the mic about this close to you. Pull it about that close. Look how close it is.
All right, here we go.
Nice and cozy for you. Nice and cozy. All right, and give us your name.
I am David Markman.
David Markman, okay.
Chris Murphy.
Chris Murphy, so Chris and David. Now, you already told us the backstory, but share it with our audience. You are from Guadalajara, Mexico.
I've been living in Guadalajara, Mexico for the last 25 years.
Yeah.
And am here for the weekend, visiting my family, a great friend, and just happened to enjoy last night's game and tonight's.
So you're 2 for 2 on great games at Ball Arena.
Yeah, good picks.
And how was the takeover? How was the party bus? Well, I guess the vibes were good on the way back.
Vibes immaculate.
So immaculate.
It's fun to be in the company of other Nuggets fans. All right, and Chris, you're here in Denver?
I'm here in Denver. I've lived here since I was 7 years old. I've been a Nuggets fan that long, and that's over 50 years. So.
That's over 50 years. So we have 2 OGs here who have go back decades rooting on the Denver Nuggets. What's the first memory you have of the Denver Nuggets? You said 7.
I remember the Nuggets when they were the Rockets. I had a bedspread. The bedspread on my bed when I was growing up was all the ABA teams. It was the Denver Rockets. Hunched over Rocket. But no, I've lived my whole life with the Denver Rockets and the Nuggets.
And what has been your favorite team? Do you have a team that you liked maybe more than the rest?
I can't say there's one better than now.
Yeah.
But no, when I was in high school, man, I saw Dan Issel, I saw Fat Lever, Calvin Nat, Fat Lever. They've always had great teams.
Yeah.
Always exciting teams.
Yeah. What about you, Chris? Do you have a favorite Nuggets team? Is it this one or is it another one?
My favorite Nuggets team is this one, of course, when you win a championship. But my heart is with the Kiki Vandeweghe, Dan Issel, just the high scoring, Alex English. They scored so many points. It was amazing to see. And I used to listen to them on the radio because my parents weren't fans, so I never watched them on TV. But this is the golden era.
This is the golden era.
It's undeniable. It's undeniable. And I can't get over your Boston Celtics shoes.
No.
Just some nice Sambas, man. Nothing to do with the Celtics.
So you said that you went to the game last night. How was it seeing the court? Are you a fan of the court or not?
I liked it. And I know there was a lot of hate towards all the in-tournament courts.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool. I liked it, and it gave the impression, okay, yeah, this is something different, this in-season tournament, and I thought it was cool.
So on this, right now I'm on a heater. I am on a heater. I'm winning all the bets. So many bets. Like really, it's been crazy.
Okay.
I heard you won $1,400 last night.
Today I did well too. But the thing is, you're not a bettor. But you said you had one bet for me. You had one bet for me. What was your bet today?
My bet, I thought that going into the third quarter, Denver would outscore. They would outscore Chicago by at least 10.
And they were playing not that well. So
yeah.
You might as well tell them. What did I say when
maybe 3, maybe 2. And I was okay. And it took maybe 2.5 minutes before Denver had made that.
Yeah, so I'm like looking down. I look over. Me and Eric look over. He looks over and he's like, I told you.
I was sitting next to David. He told me too.
That's hilarious. Well, you were right. They actually won by 14 in that quarter, so you undersold it. All right, you guys.
I'm not going to start betting, but
yeah, there you go.
I'm not going to quit my day job.
All right,
maybe
so
I should.
You guys know the drill. You got to have a hot take prepared. I told you guys before the takeover, before you got on the bus, so you've had time. Who wants to start us off? All right, let's get it, Dave.
I have one that, not that. I just thought when the Nuggets re-signed Reggie Jackson for the quantity of money that they re-signed him for, that like, really? Are you sure is that a good idea? And now I'm like, right on. Calvin Booth, you got it going on. You know what the hell you're doing.
So you're all in on Reggie now. He's won you over.
He's heading that way. Yeah. A hell of a lot more than when I knew what the details of the contract were.
Alrighty, I'll go. He goes one pepper. Super producer Gail, one pepper. Not too spicy, man.
All right, all I gotta do is get to. Of course, the hot take right now in the moment is that the Nuggets are going to win the in-season tournament. And it's going to be called the Denver Nuggets inaugural in-season tournament.
I like that one, man.
That's
pretty good.
That means they have to win the next 10 for it to do that.
I like that. Look, man, the teams that won, it's underappreciated that it was the first day. The teams that won were the teams that could make it interesting. You know, like there were good teams that won the first game. So you start to go like, people keep thinking, are teams going to be taking it seriously, this or that. If you get to the knockout round and it's Celtics, Nuggets, Suns, Lakers, Bucks, 76ers, like if it's that, those teams they're not going to be like, oh, it's nothing. They're going to be like, no, all right, this is real.
And it's going to be must-see TV.
Right.
So I think the fans don't know quite yet what to do.
Yeah.
We will when that happens.
I agree, man. I always love getting to talk to the OGs, man. So I'm glad. Did you guys know each other before? You met, right?
No, we met each other tonight downstairs.
And this is the great thing. He keeps trying to dap you up, and you keep missing him, Dave. There it is.
I don't blame you. You're staring at these guys. They're amazing.
Well, thank you guys so much for the panel, man. Hopping on.
Pleasure, my honor. Thank you, gentlemen.
And for coming out tonight. All right, who do we have next? The OGs, everybody. Give them a round of applause. Give them a round of applause. Who else hopping on? Don't be shy. Who's hopping on? In an original, the first ever shirt that I had made, the Magic Jokic. This is a man that goes back. All right. Let us know your name.
My name is Seth.
Devin.
Seth and Devin. All right.
Yeah.
Takeaway from the game tonight?
My takeaway was like at halftime we were down by 2, and I told my friends on the concourse like, I think Jokic is like just gonna say like, enough of this crap. Let's just like win this game, and then like in the third quarter he just did whatever he wanted and just won the quarter by 20 points or whatever we did.
How good was that second half from Jokic? Because my takeaway when we were doing big takeaways was Jokic might be better than he's ever been. And I know he was perfect almost in the playoffs, but I almost feel like he's even better now. How good do you think he was in the second half from your perspective?
Come on, Dev. He was immaculate. It was crazy. It was almost watching like a 2K video game. He was so good. How many shots did he miss tonight?
He missed 7 shots.
7?
But like half of those came on one thing where he finished it eventually.
It felt like
He
you got all the
rebounded
rebounds.
3
You
of
got all
those
the
in one play or whatever.
It's. I'm trying to live in the moment right now to see how great he is, and
Yeah.
it's really crazy.
How was the party bus?
It's good.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah,
It's fantastic.
Awesome,
We sang
awesome.
along. It was really good.
The vibes are
funky.
So I see you got on a very, very new jersey. I bought a jersey.
yeah.
How do you feel about the jerseys that we got to see last night?
It's good. Actually, I walked past the store when I was leaving, and I seen the new jerseys that we dropped last night. And I'm a little sad that I didn't buy the new ones, but Mr. Nugget, I seen it. I wanted it. It was the last XXL, so I had to get it.
I love the Mr. Nugget one. I gotta get. That's gotta be mine now. I got a Murray and a Yoke, but I gotta get an AG. I feel I gotta complete. Before it's all over, I gotta complete the whole starting lineup. I feel like a different jersey for each
Well,
of
this is
them.
my
Right.
first jersey for the closet, so I'm extremely
Nice.
happy.
I love
extremely
it.
happy.
I was a little worried. I don't know about the court in the arena last night, but like on TV, like the players like didn't look like they were like stepping on it. They were like, it was just it was like
they were
hurting.
floating
They
above
were
it or
floating.
something.
It was threw off my whole perception of watching years of NBA games.
All
but-
right, Seth. Well, you've got the OG Magic Jokic shirt
Yeah.
on, which I personally appreciate. That tells me you go back.
Yeah.
That shirt was made in like 2017 or
Yeah,
something.
I think so.
That's like
I think that's about
early
right.
on, maybe first or
Yep.
second year of Jokic. So tell me, what's your hot take?
I don't know. I mean, I was thinking like what one hot take is like the Nuggets are going to win 65 plus games this year. Like
65.
They like why are we why
Peppers?
No, 65.
like why are we debating that?
6-1 means they're on pace for it.
The 07 Mavericks, they lost in the first round. I think had 67, and
All right.
Derek won the. And just like, why wouldn't they? Tonight they basically gave like a half a shit for 2.5 quarters and just like wiped the floor with another NBA team. And I know it's not a great NBA team, but they just took an NBA team and said, "Oh, you're trying really hard. You're beating us for a half. We're gonna beat you so easily. It's not even gonna feel like a thing." So like, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they?
Yeah. It's just because 65 is a lot, and I don't know who's
Yeah.
going to chase him. Like, who's going to be close enough to him for them to keep
Milwaukee,
going
maybe,
like that?
but
Yeah.
Oh, the number one overall. I can see it.
but-
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see it. All right, Dave. So,
my hot take is Michael Porter Jr. will make the All-Star team.
Michael.
Nice. Love that. Yeah. That's a good one.
What's it going to take to get 5 peppers?
I don't know, man. We were talking about many hot. That was wasabi.
That was wasabi. So
That's
why
hot.
is he going to make? Why do you feel he's going to do that? So far, he's been kind of up and down. You know.
I mean, I looked at you during the game, and if he just hits his shots on offense, he is just unstoppable. His defensive is just bringing up the last 3 years. He's been all great. I mean, like him guarding everybody, Levine tonight it's been amazing. So.
His defense, he's having a moment.
And he finally hit it tonight. He was hitting his threes. He was driving it to the lane, getting his rebounds like he's supposed to. It's just what we asked from him, and it's just been amazing.
What is he shooting on the year now? Because it feels like he's been so off.
Low.
Huh?
Low. It's gonna get better.
Hold on. I'm not sure it is low. To be honest, what I'm going to look up right now is I think he might actually be up to. All right, he's at 38%. He's at 38%. So tonight
Going
raised
up.
it up. Yeah.
Going up.
I
But
felt like last
he's-
night he
his whole
hesitated a
game-
little bit, but tonight he was just shooting. He
I
was
mean,
just,
last night
he's
was
letting it
pretty.
go. So that's what I want from him. That's what we all want from him. He's great.
All right.
And we love him.
I like it, man. I gotta say, Michael Porter, that would have been a 5 pepper take for me, but I can't wait to see if somebody has a take spicy enough for Kill to give a 5 if those aren't 5.
It's like there's 4 Nuggets that could be all stars though.
4 is crazy.
I mean, if Michael Porter, if we're including Michael Porter,
all the
there's
Nuggets
4
are good.
Nuggets.
So
All
it's
the
really
Nuggets are
hard.
good. All of
The
them.
only
Collin
one,
came in
the
and
only
got
starter
5
that can't is
points, so-
KCP, and he's just like the unbelievable all-time great role player.
Man, I think those are good. I appreciate you guys coming out. I hope you
Yeah.
had fun
Oh,
tonight.
yeah,
I hope you made some
absolutely.
friends. I
Thank
hope you
you.
got a little thing
Thank you.
going. You'll be back for it
December
again.
16th.
People
It's gonna
always
be
say this,
amazing.
man, when they come to a takeover. This is your second takeover? Or
First,
takeover.
first.
They
Yeah.
they end up coming back and
Hell
coming
yeah.
back again and again. So we appreciate you guys. We'll tag you out here as we do an
chat.
ad read.
Thanks.
Guys, it's time for Red Hawk Roofing. Red Hawk Roofing. Ah, dang it! I don't have my hot call. Red Hawk Roofing. They are homies. They love the DNVR Nuggets show, and they're probably watching it at this very moment. So, if you are in the market for a new roof, the first snows are coming. It happens all the time where the snow comes down, and then somebody finds out they have a leak. They didn't know it until the snow hit, and then it's like, oh crap, I have a leak. Not to fret. You have a friend. It is Red Hawk Roofing. You'll at least know you have one thing you can talk to them about while they're like crawling in your attic and crawling on your roof and stuff. You can talk to them about the Denver Nuggets because they're going to be diehards. Huge DNVR supporters. No obligation when they come to do an inspection. So you think like, I'm going to have to call a guy, it's going to cost money. They'll come out and just inspect your roof, let you know what you need, and explain everything for you. They'll give you in-depth photo reports of all inspections. So don't wait. Take care of it now. If you're looking for a new roof, you're going to check out Red Hawk Roofing at redhawkroofing.com and tell them DNVR sent you. Also want to tell you guys about Backus and Schenker. We definitely have to give Peyton Watson the Backus and Schenker Award tonight because, you guys, if I told you he had a Backus and Schenker-esque night, would you guess what his stat line was? Could you guess it? Oh no, they're gonna fail the Backus and Schenker. 2-2, nope, 2-2-2-2-2-2-2-2-2. That's Backus and Schenker's phone number. That's what phone number. That was his stat. That was his stat line. 2-2-2-2-2-2-2. That's what he had. Two of everything.
Love it.
Backus and Schenker. If you're injured in an automobile accident, call them up. They'll talk to you on the phone, just like Red Hawk Roofing. They'll take your call for free. They'll even meet you for free. They'll work on your case for free. You only pay them if you win your case and you win money. Then they'll earn some money on top of that. But that's a win-win. That's called a win-win. Check them out. You guys seen their billboards all over. You've even seen Kyle Backus come and sit in this very chair and tell you his story about why he went into this. Colorado company. They've got offices all over the city. Whatever part of the town you're in, they've got an office there, Backus and Schenker. And then, of course, that number, 222-2222. All right. Now we welcome on some new members of our panel. Introduce yourself. Pull the mics in about this close to you. Give us your name.
I'm Aaron.
You're Aaron. Is this your first takeover?
This is.
How did it go?
Well, it's my first Nuggets takeover.
Oh, which one did you do before? The Avs?
Rockies.
Oh, Rockies takeover.
Yeah.
Wow. You might be our
fan.
first Rockies Nuggets crossover takeover person. Aaron, get her a trophy. We got to get a trophy for her. Go to the trophy case. All right, Aaron, and who else do we have?
Hi, I'm Bethany. This is my second takeover.
Your second Nuggets takeover, and how was it?
It was great. Loved it. Yeah.
Did they win the first one you went to?
They did. Yeah.
They win every one of them. They're undefeated. They're undefeated.
It's almost
We
like
just bring the vibes. It's great.
Yeah, it's almost
Vibes
like we
are
picked the
immaculate.
games to
Vibes
make
are
sure.
immaculate.
The vibes are immaculate. Give us your big takeaway from the game tonight.
Do you want to take this away?
Mine is, I don't think it's really that much of a hot take, but I just think MPJ needs to work on his three-pointers. He was getting there at the beginning, it was just bad, and he got there in the end.
Yeah.
Michael Porter
that's all
needs to
that
work
matters.
on his three-pointers.
Yeah, what is it?
Michael Porter needs to work on his three-point
How many
shot.
peppers?
Right.
We got the 5 pepper take.
He went 5 of 10 tonight, so he got it going late.
He got there eventually,
Yeah.
but I would like to see a little more consistency.
I think tonight was the confidence boost he needed. I
Yes,
think at the
yes.
end of the game he started making them, and I was like, all right. Now he had to get the cobwebs off, you know?
Yeah.
I agree, but I also kind of feel like he's kind of playing off of that game from last night against the Mavs with his
It was so
defensive
good.
performance.
That's true.
And so I feel like his confidence is actually building. And,
Okay.
it's gonna grow more. That's kind of where I'm at.
All right, I'm with it. I like it. All right, give us your hot. Oh, do you have a follow-up?
No, I was gonna say, why are you guys Nuggets fans and when did it start?
Ooh. I'm a Denver native, so
Okay.
I grew up. I was born and raised here. It's kind of hard not to be a Nuggets fan.
So true.
Not that obviously this is our first championship last year,
Right.
But I mean, it's hard to not become infatuated with them,
Right. All you have to do is watch him one time, and you're
Right.
like, oh my god, this thing's amazing.
Yeah, and I mean, I'll be honest. Of course, Jokic obviously
Yeah.
creates this amazing atmosphere and everything, so that certainly adds to
Yeah.
it. But it's just a fun team to watch, and I
Yeah.
love the sharing and the
Yeah.
passing and just the team atmosphere of it.
So true. Perfect answer. What about you? How long have you been a Nuggets fan?
Probably in the last year or two, I started going to games with my friend.
You're
just
a lucky charm.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, you're
I got
one for
you.
one.
I'm here. Yeah, I just started going to random games with my friends, and then finally started learning who everyone is and like seeing all their personalities and stuff like that. It's been real good.
Well, never leave us then, all right?
I'm here for the long haul, don't
All
worry.
right, there you go. All right, and what is your hot take?
Oh God, what is my hot take?
You can get crazy. Like, honestly, the crazier the better.
I guess it's got to be that I don't hate the in-season tournament courts.
It's so good. I love it. No, it's so good. It's retro. I love it.
I don't I'm not saying I love them, but I don't hate them, which I feel like there's a very strong.
Okay, they're different.
The Nuggets one was better than the Bucks one. The Bucks one, they didn't commit
Everyone
to
hated
the
the
bit.
Bucks one
because
they didn't commit to the bit. It was just like that little CFO green shit. But at least the Nuggets one, they went all out.
Yeah.
And you gotta respect that.
Yeah. I mean, that said, I don't love our City Connect uniforms.
Okay.
But the all black look, I'm a fan of.
Yeah.
So there's aspects of it that I like, but I don't know.
All right, well, last one I'll have for you. Give me your favorite Nugget.
I mean, AG.
AG?
AG.
All right, what about him?
I went to University of Arizona,
Okay.
so I mean, it's hard
You
to
have the
not kind
connection.
of root
All
for
right.
him, but I just feel like he's really developed as a player since he came to the Nuggets.
Totally.
And he's kind of really found his niche area since he's been with us, especially since playing with Jokic.
It's a great answer.
I've been loving Reggie lately. I just like
Dude,
those little guys.
Reggie up on the pod tonight.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I just love it. The little guys are running around all the time, just sneaking in and out. I'm loving him.
The
lately.
people are loving Reggie, man.
He's so good with his little glasses.
He was really good tonight. He's been really good all year.
Your question was, who was your favorite Nugget? She said Reggie.
She said Reggie, man.
That is a That's pretty crazy, man.
I'm 3 for 3 right now. It's great.
Man, I love it, man. Well, thank you guys for hopping on. I hope
Thank
you had
you.
fun at the takeover, and I hope
Yeah.
you're back for the next one in December.
We will.
We got
be.
the season pass, so
Hell
we're ready.
yeah. Hell yeah. Thank you guys so much. Do we have anybody else?
Thank you.
Steph, is there anybody else hopping on? Are you hopping on? Do we know? You can hop on. Is there anybody else? Is that the last one? Steph, all right. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Yep. You know what I love? People don't realize this, and it's actually very unique to DNVR. We had the OGs. We had some young guys. We have every demo.
Yeah.
You know what? Honestly, sports demos are all the same. They're like this. Our demo goes all over the board, man.
No, the demo goes all over the board because we just had 2 girls get off, 2 new, women get off.
They're
we
gonna
have
ask you about
Steph,
how much
who's
you
an
love the
OG
Nuggets.
woman,
Yeah.
and they really know basketball. They are understandable. Her
And
take
they're
was
gonna
wild,
ask
so
you
I don't know
about
if
the
she actually
Nuggets.
watched the game, but that was a
Being a Nuggets fan.
knowledgeable take.
Keep that really close because it won't.
So let's do it. Let's
There,
do
you got
this.
to pull it
Not
in
too
nice
close.
and close here. All right,
You
so
want it,
introduce
nice
yourself.
and close.
Steph, introduce yourself, even though we know you.
Hi, I'm Steph.
There you go. And is it Andy?
Yeah.
Pull it in nice and close like this so you're talking into it.
So let me tell you guys,
It'll be
Steph,
closer
this is
than you
all
want.
the front right now. She is not quiet. She was the loudest person at Ball Arena. She's going crazy the entire time of the game, and she's a vibe. She's a vibe.
Steph was nice to me on the bus, though.
And
Steph
she
is
was
just a
and
nice
she,
person.
She was so nice, she handed it to me.
No, there you go. So how was the party bus tonight?
Immaculate.
Everybody says that one, so it
Immaculate,
must be
yeah.
good.
It's hard not to drop that word up here.
That's
it's
true.
Like we say it and y'all are like, yeah.
How many times have you been on the show now? Is this like your 3rd time?
Like 7
Like
times.
8th time?
No,
First time?
it might be the first.
No way. You've been on the show before.
No way.
All right. Well, I'll start with you, Andy. We asked people to give us a prediction for the Nuggets, like a hot take. Do you have an opinion about the Nuggets?
Yeah, they're awesome. And I really think that when Michael Porter plays good, I don't think they're beatable.
Yeah, I agree.
They're
And
unstoppable.
That's a one pepper take.
They're unstoppable if Michael Porter Jr. hits how many threes?
I don't know if it's about the threes as much as it is him doing what he does lately. He's playing great defense.
That's a great
He
take.
drives to the hole.
Yep, he's been going to the hoop.
And in my opinion, that's when he plays well, is when he's not only shooting great threes, is when he's driving to the lane.
Yeah.
I mean, he's unstoppable when he's in the lane. I mean, what is he, 6'9"?
6'10", I think. 6'10",
Yeah, and he's
and
got
closer
a
to
soft touch
6'11".
when he gets
Not
in
small.
the lane.
Yeah.
And
This is a great take, man.
And his defense,
I was a little worried, to be honest, when it started, but it's a great take.
Think about it. Last year in the playoffs and in the championship, he was horrible.
Yeah.
He was horrible.
Well, only in the finals he missed his shots, but yes.
He missed a lot of shots. I mean, a lot of
People
shots
are
in the
not going to
playoffs.
forgive him for this.
I mean, and if he would have, averaged and played like he's been playing lately, I mean, they would have blown away Miami, 10 points a game easily.
Yeah.
And Miami wouldn't have gotten a single game.
That's true. That is true. Well, they did get one, and we still won, so it's still great.
Yeah.
Steph, what about you? Hot take?
And Stephanie, I trust.
Oh.
We all do.
So lay it on his sister.
I think they can get 60 wins.
60?
60 wins.
All right. Somebody earlier said 65, which seems crazy. You know what I'm going to say to
That's
this?
fine.
You know what I'm going to say to this?
Hi, Haley.
I'm starting to think I agree. 65 to me seems almost. I just don't know if they'll go for it. 60 though. 57 is the record, franchise record. 60. This team can win 60, man. That was not a great game by the Nuggets. It was a great game by Jokic. It was a good game by the Nuggets collectively. Great game by Porter, and they blew a team out by 22 points. I just think 60 is very.
But it was the Bulls.
It was the Bulls. You don't get to play the Bulls every night. If I were to tell you, Dev, ask you how many games, now that you see that they're 6-1, what do you think they're going to go this year? How many wins?
I would go with the 60. I would think 60. Like, going into the year, I wouldn't have said 60 just because there was so many questions, and it was like, did they get better and what did they add? And they just did not add anything. So I would have been like, 60 that's a pipe dream, but now it's like, that seems like they're going to hit that number.
Man, I kind of like it. 60 does feel now. 555, he always does the countdown. I feel like 60 maybe is the countdown. Maybe that's the countdown, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just feels attainable to me. It feels very attainable. Do we have any super chats? Yep. All right. You want to read these?
Yep. 55555-ish, the guy we just talked about. Best in the West. Better not rest. We are a pest. Every Nugget is good. ATA.
We can't do
We're
ATA
not going
today,
ATA.
man.
We got our homies
hockey
are here.
game. We got
Homies are
hockey and
here.
everything else. All right, what else we got? Gordon from Canada.
Gordon Glazner says, this version of the Nuggets is significantly better than the championship team we were so impressed with last year.
So here's the thing.
For Pepper take?
I think it's a hot take, but also maybe. But also maybe.
That's what y'all keep saying.
Andy, are they better than last year's team?
Yeah, I think so. And I think 60 is very reachable. I think it just depends on towards the end of the year if they're actually going to go for it.
Yeah, if they want to or not.
And Malone last year was really smart by playing the bench, starting the bench towards the end of the game.
Kept them fresh.
The season.
Yeah, kept them fresh.
And not only kept them fresh, I think it
gave him
got the bench to Joe a little bit more.
Yeah, I like it.
So we have Joe Arrow 27. Joe Arrow says,
I love this.
Vote is gone and MPJ had back-to-back bangers. Can't wait to hear what he says when he gets back.
Does he need to stay off the show? For his own guy. For his own guy's sake, does he need to just kind of quit the show?
This is when you prove yourself of what you're really there for. So there's some people that go up to the casino. I like craps. That's my game.
That is your game.
There's some people that go to the casino and they just want to roll. And then there's some people that go up there because they want to make money. Do you want this to continue?
Right.
Or do you want to be like, hey, I'm back,
just
guys.
having fun.
So you got to show me how selfish or unselfish you truly are.
That's so true. Vote. Never come back. All right, what else we got?
It's just Jordan 42069.
We have a new super chatter every time.
Finding myself strangely attracted to MPJ's jumper.
Wow.
Strangely attractive.
Strangely attracted to it. All right.
You
what
can
else?
just be attracted.
Seth Bang, vote vacay during peak Mike season.
I love that everyone's on
It's
this.
a calamity. Couldn't make last night's Winners Lounge to share the money from my 14. Look, he made 1,400 too.
Goodness.
But didn't forget, sadly, Zeke's stat legs ended tonight's parlay early. Also, Mike.
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 And the last one?
Dylan McLeod. Adam has said many times when MPJ plays well, the Nuggets win blowout fashion. Tonight definitely supports that.
Am I a prophet? Am I a prophet?
You might
I don't
know everything.
Many people are saying that. Guys, I love doing takeovers because we really genuinely love connecting with our audience, and we get to connect with them every time in the Winners Lounge. The game's over, the vibes are high, and you guys are in the chat, you guys are watching. It's a conversation we're having, and it's great. But on takeovers, it actually happens in real life. We actually sit here and get to talk to you guys and see your faces and meet people from far, far away and all these different things, and it just means something so much to us. I feel like DNVR peaks during takeovers, and I hope that the next one that is, oh my God, are we getting a shot right now? Is these Rockios? Huh?
Yeah, let's wait so we can take one with you.
All right, we'll take them off camera afterwards. But honestly, on these takeovers, this is where DNVR peaks because it's our vision is actualized, where we get to hang out with all the homies and do this and meet people. I mean it, from all walks of life, from all corners of the earth, and it's so cool to be able to see everybody and come together for this. And guess what? The Nuggets give us that thing to talk about every single night. 6-1, best team in the NBA, reigning champions, Yoke MVP. And we're going to go have fun on a Saturday night. Hit that like button on the way out. We'll see you.
Post-nut clarity, I've never seen better chemistry.
Chemistry.
We all city like the mayor.